Hello, my loves, and welcome to another creative storytelling. Hope you all had a good weekend, a good holiday. With that said, let's just get on with it. Let's see what today's story will entail. I felt called to use this deck specifically, so let's see. That is all. So it feels like someone feels like they miss the mark, they miss their chance. It feels like we have it feels like there's a masculine who's kind of stuck in a perpetual sense of, oh, fuck, you know? Book ending the read. We have the Hangman and the Five of Cups, right? It's, along with that, we have the Strength, the Queen of Wands, the Princess of Wands, and the Nine of Cups. This is like someone who they refrained from moving forward. This is like someone who held back from entertaining. It's like, all right, like let's use this case scenario. Like, say you see someone and you find them very attractive, right? And you'd like to get to know them, and you have an opportunity that presents itself for you to, walk up to them, start a conversation, right? Someone didn't take the opportunity because they felt intimidated. That's what that feels like. This is like, oh, well, they would never want to talk to me. Literally, you see this Nine of Cups, the feminine energy. This is someone who is quite content on her own, who's quite good in her own energy, right? And again, they're viewing this person as very attractive. It's like they would never want to talk to me. Now, this could even be where, we could have a masculine who is faced where they're kind of stuck, a bit dumbfounded, a bit in awe, wanting to approach someone, but they don't. Hence, they could end up missing the mark, missing the boat on a thing. It's someone feeling intimidated by the presence of another. They would never want to talk to me. Clouded judgment, a form of self-deception, so they hold themselves back. You notice with the Strength card, there's a sense of elusive type energy with the fog, and the fox can be tricky. All right, so let's see. Tell us more about this masculine. This feels like a scene playing out where someone sees someone, they're a bit in awe, they want to talk to them, but they hold themselves back because they say, well, they never want to talk to me. It was sabotage. Five of Swords. It's a form of self-sabotage. Someone sabotaging themselves. This could also be someone could have had someone who made them feel a bit less than, It's almost like the voice of someone else who was not so nurturing, or, who made them feel like not so great. Where it's like, oh, no one would want you type of energy. Someone is scared of rejection. So they hold back. And yet they know that there's something there. There's a draw, there's a pull, there's an allure. The moon is heavily emphasized in these cards. It's Two of Cups to the Ace of Swords. But with the Princess of Cups, which we see a masculine here, this page merely holds himself back instead of moving forward. Or is this the Knight? Regardless, it's not taking action. He just stands there. It's almost like, well, I'll let them come to me. But the feminine isn't doing that. This feminine is in their feminine energy. And male or female doesn't matter, but we see how feminine and masculine heavily depicted. someone is like kind of hoping that, the feminine will be the one to initiate. Meanwhile, the feminine is literally oblivious to it because they are literally just doing their own thing. Not to say that they're not open and receptive to discussion, but the masculine holds back. So this masculine is sabotaging and holding himself back because of a form of insecurity. They could end up missing out, or perhaps they already have. It's a lack of self-confidence that sabotages one. It's because they would prefer the feminine to do the work and come towards them, but it feels like this feminine is paying no mind to them or nor anyone else. They are just literally doing their own thing. However, they are open and receptive towards the conversation. You see the moon drawn with her heavily emphasized. It's a form of receptivity. Someone puts someone on a pedestal and outside of reach before they've even so much as said a word. Tell me more about the feminine now. Tell me about the feminine. Ten of Cups. Lovers. This is someone who is quite content. This is like with it from the Nine of Cups to the Ten of Cups. This feminine is in a very, I'm hearing lady in red. You see the red dress. It doesn't have to be, but maybe someone likes red. But this is just someone who is even just doing their own thing, quite happy and content within their own right. But that red, you see the red dress, there's a sense of allure, it's like, even if they're not trying, they might pull in stuff, but they're oblivious to it. They're just like kind of quite content living their own. And with this Lovers card, again, there's a sense of being open and receptive, but however, you see the moon there, right? So it's like open and receptive. However, it's like only if one were to approach. So the feminine is open and receptive. However, it would take one to actually approach. It's like the masculine is someone who overthinks and overanalyzes before actually proceeding with any form of forward movement, and they hold themselves back from any form of forward movement because they are just worried about, it's like someone who overthinks and looks too far down the line and plays out which case scenario, which inevitably holds them back from living in the present moment and just simply being and allowing. It's almost like everything has to have a specific form of outcome. I feel like our feminine is just more so someone who, they could have been through quite a lot, right? Ten of Wands, there's a sense of release. This is someone who's kind of learned to just kind of let go with the flow. And live in the moment. Oh, I just realized that with the King of Pentacles. I feel like this feminine is someone who they themselves have learned to just like kind of go with the flow. And just like kind of live in the now. That could even be something that's a bit different for them, It's like kind of day and night. With that Ten of Wands, there's a sense of release. It's like, this doesn't come easy, but now being in a place of just learning to live in the moment and kind of go with the flow. Hence the receptivity, being open and receptive to whatever may come their way, but not dwelling upon anything, taking away from their own form of enjoyment whilst living in the moment. That's what that gives. Part of this feminine can somewhat feel this person's attention on them. It's almost like, oh, I know that they're looking at me, or they could have even caught the masculine might not even notice, but he may have caught her eye as well. An intuitive hit, regardless. It's like someone with the High Priestess to the Six of Wands. This is someone who intuitively knows that someone's attention is drawn to them, because it draws their attention to them, because they can feel their energy drawn on them. That's what that gives. So what will happen? Ooh, the Fool card. Ooh, the Wheel of Fortune. Eight of Wands. Six of Pentacles. Well, someone's going for it. This could even be, this is like need a ride. That's what that feels like. I don't know, maybe someone gets a flat, maybe the feminine gets a flat or something when it comes to travel with the chariot to the Fool card. And this is like someone coming in, hey, you need a ride, coming to the rescue. Something that, with that Six of Pentacles to the Eight of Wands, it's in the Wheel of Fortune, it's the Wheel of Fortune, not the Chariot, but the Wheel of Fortune has the thing where it's like an opportunity might present itself where, this masculine uses it as an opportunity to get their foot in the door and start a conversation. That's what this feels like. It's like, oh shit, wait a minute. Oh, wait, look. You see the bit of pride there too. Wait a minute, I could totally help her. This is totally my opportunity. This is totally my shot, So it could be something as simple as like, maybe someone gets a flat and it's like, hey, do you need help? Do you need a ride? Or, something like that. I keep getting like ride or something like that, where it's like, someone could be like, oh, I can help you with that. There's going to be an opportunity that presents itself, and the masculine is going to use it as an opportunity to get their foot in the door to have a conversation. But I feel like it's in some form or means where they could actually help the feminine out. So it's like an opportunity presents itself, and they're rising to the occasion and going with it. And that is what gets the conversation flowing between these two. It's almost like he's just waiting. It's like, I've been waiting for this. This is my time. Now, see, the chariot. See, it could very heavily be in regards to, like transportation. Like maybe she gets a flat or her car breaks down or something like that. Or the car stalls out and it's like, oh, I'm going to be late. Here, you need a ride? Let me help you. Like, could be a neighbor or something like that. This could be, someone they work with. And it's like, they go to leave and there's something happened, But that's what this feels like. It's like someone, I'm hearing Mighty Mouse, here I come to say, someone who comes in to save the day. And it's almost like with that Eight of Pentacles to the Sun, it's like, I've been waiting, this is it, this is my moment, this is my moment. So they're going to have their moment to shine and come through. And that's going to be, with that chariot, that's also that sense of stepping up, proceeding forward, taking action, victorious movement, forward movement, right? So an opportunity is going to present itself, and the masculine is going to go with it. And I think that it feels like that is what opens the passage for conversating and proceeding forward. All right, and what will come of this event moving forward? Can we get a glimpse in regards to where things will proceed forward thereafter? Well, I mean, that's all dependent upon our masculine, so long as he doesn't, overanalyze and gets, frees himself of the cage. With that Ten of Swords, it's a mental cage, it's a mental anguish. If the Prince of Cups, I feel like our feminine is just open towards, just going with the flow and see where something goes. But at the same token, so long as the masculine doesn't overthink and overanalyze and can learn to do the same, it's all dependent upon them both, really. Four of Wands under the deck. It has the ability, but again, it really depends upon him and her where this really goes. Is there an ability for something more? Absolutely. But if someone confines themselves to the mental restrictions or jumps to worst case scenarios, that kind of stunts it. That's going to let the ship sail, right? So it's all dependent upon, both characters just being open to going with the flow and allowing things to naturally take their course and see where things go moving forward. So I feel like that is where we are going to leave that. With that said, I hope you'll have a fantastic rest of your day, rest of your night, whatever time it is where you are. I love you all. Be well, be safe, and I'll catch you on the next one. New video will be out on Thursday. The schedule, I switched it around by just a little smidge, so it'll be Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. With that said, I will see you on the next one. Bye.